All right, let's talk about what recruiters and hiring managers are looking for in candidates. You need to know there are hiring managers who are very specific with their criteria in a candidate. And the recruiter, me, I have no control over this. Oftentimes, I will get a call from an HR manager or a founder who rhymes off a list of attributes and skills, industries and specialties that I cannot sway them from. They are exact with their needs. Jordana, I need someone with at least 5 years of experience in transportation. They need to have sold LTL, and they need to be in Toronto. They must have hunter skills, and they need to be straight up a hardcore networker. They have to come with a book of business. I get requests like this all the time. Now, you could be a fantastic candidate with impressive qualifications, but if you don't precisely match these specifications and these requirements, I'm in a tough spot. I can't simply present you to the company, even if you're confident that you are an excellent fit. Doing so might make me appear unresponsive and not attentive to the client's needs, potentially jeopardizing my reputation and the company's trust in my services. The company will think I'm an idiot who doesn't listen to them and maybe move on to another agency. At best, they will write me back and say, Jordana, what did you see in this person? I don't see a fit. Remember, the company is paying me to find them talent. This puts me in a difficult position and can affect my credibility. Therefore, it's important to appreciate the degree of precision that some hiring managers demand and understand that my hands are often tied in such situations. It's not about your qualifications. It's not about your personality. It's about meeting their exact specifications. Since it's impossible for me to go through a full list of criteria for every single job and every single hiring manager, and every single company, I won't, but please know that. The client is paying us, so we are inclined to give them what they want. No different than if you walked into a store asking specifically for what you need, and the salesperson shows you a list of everything you don't. But here is a synopsis of the most commonly asked for skills. In juniors, coachability. Junior salespeople should be open to learning and adapting to the company's sales methodologies as well as their training programs. Recruiters and hiring managers are looking for candidates who can absorb new information and apply it effectively. Sticking with juniors, strong work ethic. Employers value candidates who are willing to put in the effort required to succeed in a sales role. This includes a proactive approach to prospecting, making calls, and hitting targets. Communication skills. Effective communication is vital in sales. Junior candidates should demonstrate clear verbal and written communication skills along with active listening abilities. Resilience. Sales can be challenging. Rejection is common. Hiring managers are seeking candidates who can bounce back from setbacks and maintain a positive, optimistic, let's move forward attitude. Self-motivation. Junior salespeople should have a degree of self-motivation and a drive to be able to meet and exceed targets without constant prodding and supervision from the person that you're reporting into. Tech savvy. While individual performance is important, the ability to pick up technology quickly means you need less time to onboard and ramp up. A very quick example of this is if you are looking for work in a SaaS or software-based company, become very, very familiar with Google Workspace. Let's pivot to senior talent. For senior talent, and here I'm talking about people managers, the top skills that I get requested for are leadership experience. Hiring managers are looking for proven track records of leading sales teams and sales departments. They value candidates with experience in managing as well as developing salespeople. Strategy experience. Senior sales leaders need to think strategically and set the direction for their teams. They should be able to devise sales strategies that align with the company's overall goals. Next up, industry knowledge. Extensive knowledge of the industry, market trends, and competitive landscape is essential for senior sales leaders. Recruiters seek candidates who can offer valuable insights and make informed decisions within weeks of starting at the company. Next up, Mentorship and coaching skills. Effective senior sales leaders are excellent mentors or coaches. You should be capable of developing the skills of your team members, especially if they're juniors, because you want to be able to help them to reach their full potential, and because your division might be the feeder team to an outside team. You also need to have strong analytical skills. The ability to analyze sales data, identify trends, and make data-driven decisions is critical for senior sales roles. Hiring managers are looking for candidates with strong analytical capabilities. Next up, build and scale experience, especially in startups. You've built a division and you've set a plan out for the sales team before. You've scaled from 1 to 10 or something like that. They know that you have hiring and training skills. Next is change management, or being agile. In a dynamic business environment, adaptability and the ability to manage change are crucial. Senior sales leaders should be able to demonstrate change management skills. You better have a great example of this for your interviews. And results-oriented. Let's face it, results matter. Hiring managers expect senior sales leaders to have a track record of achieving and surpassing sales targets. A few tips for both in terms of what I hear from clients. Cultural fit. Whether you're junior or senior, compatibility with the company's culture and values is going to be essential. One of the easiest ways for you to be able to prove your value is to show up on day one with administrative and organizational skills. In sales, these cannot be underestimated. The amount of admin work that you're going to have to do in your CRM alone, with your follow-up emails, with your prospecting, in your research, it's unbelievable. And if you get into this cadence from the very beginning, very early on, you start to make sure that a certain section of your day is carved out to do paperwork, to do follow-up, to be able to do your cold calls, to be able to enter or update all of your data into Salesforce or HubSpot or whatever CRM you're using. Not only is it going to keep you held to task, but your manager is going to absolutely love you for it. They're never going to have to ask you for details. They'll be able to go into the systems like Salesforce and tell exactly what you've been doing. You will be proactive in informing them about what's happening with your client set or prospect set. So you're going to be filling in the gap of information that they don't have, because oftentimes leaders are called upon by other leaders for immediate information. So think here, perhaps, an angry call from a customer and your VP can't get a hold of you and needs to look up information in your CRM. I'll give you another example. I once worked with Canadian Tire, and they had a lot of needs. We had a lot of different touch points with them because they were a $30 million plus account for us at this company. The rep that I had on that account was so methodical with informing me of what was happening with the account. Whenever he went in to see them, he told me what happened. He would also write it down in the CRM, and he would proactively tell me about any issues that would arise, so that when I would go to my leadership team and I would sit down at the table to inform them as to what was going on, I had all of the information necessary. There was never a day that went by that I didn't know about what was happening with that account, because this rep was so meticulous about his follow-up with me and his clean data. The simplest form of differentiation, if you have no other skills, is to focus on your admin skills. The time management and efficiency of strong administrative skills translate into being able to streamline your work, manage tasks effectively, and keep projects on track. The ability to clearly communicate is vital in today's fast-paced work environments. One misstep of an email and tonality in that email, or a wrong word, can spell disaster for your team or your prospect. Administrative skills often include adaptability and the ability to handle unexpected challenges. If you're a candidate that has these great skills, you're going to be better equipped to adjust to changing circumstances and situations on the fly. Admin skills often emphasize attention to detail, which is critical in many, many industries. And I promise you that if you are a candidate who has these, it's going to minimize errors and ensure high quality work. All right, everybody, I want to share with you some plans that I have had to present throughout the course of my career, and they've helped me to seal the deal with interviewers. Now, this is more of the hire series, but the reason why I want to share this is because I want you to pick apart and see how I've presented myself in my pitch, how I've showcased my skills that I've just talked about to recruiters and hiring managers. I know it will help you because they help me to land multiple six-figure roles. Take a look in the course content, and I'm going to share these with you, and we can talk about it in the community together. I'll see you on the next one.